Hey folks, with this video I am kicking off a new series where I'll share my personal take on some of the biggest problems, misunderstandings and pitfalls in the software delivery process. Everything I talk about based on my own experience working with different teams, especially moments when poor organization made it hard to be effective and actually enjoy building something meaningful. And to start things off in this first episode, I want to talk about, I believe, the most common and most useless parts of the software delivery process. The daily stand-up. You'll find tons of articles and blog posts online praising how valuable and essential daily stand-ups are. They are supposed to be short, focused and energizing. A magical moment to get everyone on the same page about. Enabling stronger team alignment. Identifying and reducing roadblocks, strengthening team collaboration and communication, and of course, the classic buzzword salad. But my personal favorite, boost team morale and motivation. I won't read through all of it, I'll just drop a link below. But if you believe everything that's written, daily stand-up sounds like all you need to build the team of your dream. But here is what it often looks like in real life. In my experience, many teams spend 5 to 7 minutes just trying to gather everyone. And once a few people have joined, the rest of the time gets wasted on small talk while everyone waits for the others to show up. That's why I usually try to show up last. I'd rather not spend the most productive part of my morning hearing about the weather or someone's plans for the weekend. And what pisses me off the most, sometimes the person responsible for running the daily shows up even later than I do. Plus, nobody respects the timing. What's supposed to be a 15-minute check-in often turns into a 40 minutes or even hour-long drag. We all know that daily stand-ups are supposed to be energetic and productive, but in my experience, there is always at least one person who delivers their update painfully slowly. They can't quite remember what they did, or what they're even supposed to be doing. The rest of the team listens as they snort and sigh, scanning the board, trying to find their tickets just to read them out in a doomed monotone. And the worst part, it's contagious. Very soon everyone else starts sounding just as slow and boring. One person like this can easily drain the energy from the entire team. For a motivated developer who's actively pushing tickets to the done column every day, it can be a really shock to realize that others aren't moving at all. Their tickets are constantly stuck, blocked, waiting for replies, missing permissions, stuck in calls or endlessly discussed. In reality, it often looks like a well-organized system of doing nothing. This is one of the hidden sides of daily stand-ups. You get a front row seat to how little progress is actually being made across the team. And more than once, I found myself thinking, am I the only one trying to create something meaningful here, while the rest are just collecting a paycheck? Meanwhile, the Scrum Master wraps it up with, "Great job, team!" That's usually when I start adjusting my work-life balance in favor of life. Daily stand-ups take more time than you might think. I once read a study suggesting that people tend to stop working even before the meeting starts, and then need additional time afterward to refocus. That absolutely matches my experience. Personally, I need about 15 minutes to mentally prepare for the stand-up and think through what I'll say or ask. After the meeting, it takes me another 15 or 20 minutes to push myself back into focus. Yes, after talking to real people, I need a break to recharge. So, even if the stand-up is officially 30 minutes, it can easily cost me a full hour. It cuts right into the most productive part of my morning, which makes losing it feel, well, wasteful. Daily organizers often struggle with delegation. Instead of creating smaller, focused groups with clear leadership, they gather everyone they can. Maybe it's just poor organizational skills. Or maybe they enjoy the spotlight, like a rock star playing to a full house. So they call in developers, DevOps, testers, designers, analysts, even support and marketing. The result? A room full of people mostly indifferent to each other's problems. If these meetings teach you anything, it's that listening is completely optional. And I know that firsthand. I once raised the same issue in over 10 stand-ups, but when it finally exploded into a real problem, The team reacted like they were hearing it for the very first time. Maybe it's because no one really understands the purpose of daily stand-ups. Participants tend to use the time to discuss whatever's on their minds, simply because they haven't found a better forum for those conversations. Combine it with poor time discipline and too many people in the meeting. This often turns the stand-up into an unfocused and ultimately useless session. Thus, daily calls can sometimes become an informal place for decision making. Since the meeting is typically unfocused and not taken seriously, many of these decisions never get documented in tickets or follow-up notes and are quickly forgotten. One of the biggest frustrations with daily stand-ups is how they steal away the flexibility that makes modern work actually work. I believe that in today's world, developers do their best work when they have the freedom to manage their own time, rather than being tied to fixed meetings or rituals. Maybe at 9 am I'm dropping my kids off at kindergarten. Maybe I just need a quiet moment to sip my coffee and read news before diving into code. That time is meaningful to me. It sets the tone for my entire day. But instead, I am pulled into this awkward daily ritual, often with cameras on, pretending everything is fine, just so managers can maintain the illusion that everything is under control. Beyond all the issues I've already mentioned, the core problem with daily stand-ups is that they're conceptually flawed. If you really keep them short, focused, and limited to status updates, then all you are doing is just reading out loud what's already visible in your task management system. And that's the point. Your task management system should already reflect everything. What you've completed, what you are currently working on, what you plan to tackle next, and anything that's blocking you. It's the foundation of any well-organized software delivery process. If it's maintained properly, the stand-up becomes redundant. I can't help but feel that this daily stand-up ritual has roots in some deep corporate tradition. Or maybe something even older, like generals lining up their soldiers each morning, just to make sure everyone's still alive and obedient. It's less about collaboration and more about subordination, a relic of command and control thinking that has no place in a modern creative work environment. Yes, this video might sound like a rant against daily stand-ups, but I know many of you quietly feel the same way. So here's my honest advice: remove this procrastination ritual from your software delivery process entirely. Instead, build your workflow around a solid task management system. Make it a habit for everyone to keep their tickets up to date and treat the board as the single source of truth. Now, if you can't get rid stand-ups because someone higher up believes they're essential to corporate culture, there is a workaround. Use daily chat channel instead. This way, everyone can share updates asynchronously without jumping on a call. And if for some reason you still need to run a live daily stand-up, keep it short and focused. Limit the team size to reduce wasted time. And always remember, this is not the place for decisions or deep discussions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to hear more about my take on the software delivery process, or you completely disagree with me about daily stand-ups, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.